Hey everybody, I'm going to give you a heads up here on starting a new series here on building a Dakkajet. This is my one and only current Dakkajet. Still haven't gotten around to weathering this thing yet, but it's definitely on my to-do list. I've been searching for a model kit to use as a Dakkajet because these things are still, in the $50 range. And so if I can save a little money, besides I want to scratch build one or convert one using my extra Valkyrie wings. So I think I finally found the kit that'll do the job. So I picked this up tonight. It was another $13.99 kit, the same price range, the same model line as the other plane I bought. But because it's the X1, it's a lot smaller than an average plane. Because I find as the 1/48 scale planes are actually too big for a Dakkajet, but the 1/72 scale planes are just simply too weedy. They're too skinny, too small to be used I just don't like them. They're just too weedy is what it comes down to. But this should be the nice compromise between the two. You can almost even just use it straight up as a Dakkajet. Just replace the pilot with an arc and call it a day. But I'm going to do a little bit more than that. So here's the kit. Here's some stuff I set aside already. Let's see how big this thing is. So this is how big the plane is. Now let's compare it to the Dakkajet directly, and there we go. It's still a little bit bigger, but it's definitely much more in scale than the other plane I got, which was probably another 6 inches longer than that. So the other one just simply wasn't going to work. But this one, maybe cut it down a little bit, will definitely get the job done. And it's a very simple kit. There's not a lot of parts to it. The plane, of course, isn't all that complex to start with, so that's why there's not a lot of parts. It's basically just was a flying fuel tank. It's got a bunch of cool bits. There are some cool bits. It's got these kind of air brake doors on it, landing doors. It's got wheels, which I'm not going to use, but I will definitely save for a later project. And it's got a nice little rocket motor here, which is going to be the power plant for it, sticking out the back. There's the rocket motor. So yeah, this is going to be an awesome Dakkajet. So it might still be cut down a little bit, I'm not quite sure yet. Here's the most important part. I got a bunch of bits I've set aside for it. Here's the most important part, and these are the Vendetta wings. These are left over from my Jet Battle Wagon project. So they're just going to go on the side here. That was going to be the wings for the Dakkajet, something like that. A bunch of other bits. Here's a gunner from the truck kit. He'll be kind of useful. These are some glyphs and plates that I've collected. I got the tail booms from the Vendetta. I'm not sure if they're going to fit in anymore, but I got them. More Vendetta parts. All the bombs and missiles from the Dakkajet kit, which might make some additional motors or some, I don't know, just something. Just extra bits from the Dakkajet. More Vendetta parts. These are left over from the Stompa kit. More left over from the Stompa kit, including grots. So you might have a flying grot hanging off the back, hanging on for dear life. That'd be kind of cool. And then all the other leftover bits from the Dakkajet itself. Gun ring, engine ring, turret, wing bits. And most importantly, this is the flying stand adapter from the Vendetta kit. And then lastly, these are leftover little plastic bits from regular plastic models of tank and Jeep kits. So there's some armor plates, some other interesting little things in there I might add in. But overall, yeah, that's all the stuff I've accumulated. Oh, and most importantly, the driver and the guns. These are bike bits, which gives me the most important bit of all really, and that is the sitting legs. And these things work great for pilots and drivers of vehicles. So they're already sitting down. You don't have to do any converting of those. And of course, it's got more guns from the bike kits, which should give me an adequate supply of big shooters. So yeah, that's everything I've put together to do this conversion. I'm going to get started on it here real soon. I'm going to do a couple more Savage Orcs, so I have good progress on that unit. And then I'm going to jump into this thing and build myself a second Dakkajet. Any questions, comments, go ahead, feel free to post them below. I said there's going to be a whole series of videos on this guy as I build it and paint it. So questions, whatever, let me know. See you guys later.